evening YouTube, grand rising, wherever you are, evening where I am. Decided to come back after doing a few weeks over the last few days that I kind of been giving myself some time off. Tapped into some energies, deep energies, really deep, even tapped into a karmic energy this morning. Decided to come back, lighten up the energy a bit, and do a personal reading, or almost, let me say, personal reading, because I'm putting it out for the collective, for those that may resonate with this energy, because everything happens for a reason. Whenever I do a personal reading for myself and I press record, it's because somebody else may be going through or may resonate with the energies that comes up within my personal reading. So let's see. What's the energy that's coming towards me? So this is the energy. I'm pulling upon the energy that's coming towards me. Adjustments are required. Let's get one more card. First quarter. Tell me more. Conclusions are within your reach. Full moon eclipse. I said, so I just went to have a look up at these moons, energies and everything like that. A couple of dates that's coming to mind is the 26th of May, which is the this eclipse energy. Conclusions are within your reach. Night turns to day, day turns to night kind of energy. Upsets the order of something. Adjustments are required. That's now. This is the now energy. The quarter moon, third quarter moon, was from around the 12th of April. So that's now. Going in again at May 11th and again at June 10th. 10/10. High energy of something ending, or something needing to end in order for something to begin. Let me pull one more card. Nothing is yet set in stone. Mutable moon speaks for itself. Whatever these adjustments are that's needed right now in order for this energy of this conclusion, this ending, it's not going to come easy. It's going to be very emotional. As I look at the way how the ocean's moving here, high emotions. Activated. What's the activation in regards to these adjustments, these conclusions? What's the activation? Earth energy. That makes sense because I put it in my chart. It says the frequency of Earth activates our deep connection to the physical plane by showing us the beauty of all the aspects of our Great Mother and revealing the more evil spiritual aspects of our nature. Consciousness and beliefs, the way how something is looked at. It says, the frequency of belief supports our sense of self-worth based on our gifts and talents, and a strong connection to Source. Consciousness. The frequency of consciousness supports our ability to focus our attention on all the multi-dimensional aspects that show up, so that we can include them in our reality. Learning to do things different is what's coming to my mind right now. New way of living, new way of thinking, new way of manifesting abundance into my way. Bottom of the deck, Divine Feminine. What's the energy? Message from my higher self and those that resonate. over onto the Divine Feminine card. Isis. Rebirth. Card number 25. Fire, energy, passion. I feel from that card when I look at it. Empowerment message. The process of soul retrieval, resurrection and rebirth is the theme. Recurrent through the stories, reoccurrent throughout the stories of the Egyptian goddess Isis, and one that she invites you to address now. This is a powerful moment to see some of what you thought you'd lost go through a process of regeneration to live again. Like magic, the pieces of you that were considered lost in old wounds and stories are ready to be reclaimed in a healthier, more mature version. Where you were hopeless, now there is hope. Where you lost faith, you have the capacity for even more now. Where there was inequality and injustice, now you can see a better way. Where you were abandoned, now you can choose you. You are ready to face these parts of yourself and gather them together as you step into a newer, more powerful version of yourself. Your work and your relationships and your creativity. Have courage, let go of blame, claim your accountability, and then co-create something better. You can do this. The goddess Isis has come to help you as a potent supporter in your growth. Alignment message. The goddess Isis, with her powers of reincarnation, has a message for you. You are not broken, you are not wounded beyond healing, and opportunities are not necessarily lost forever. Your insistence on defining yourself by your losses and wound stories are not serving you now. Your alignment task is fully accept things as they are. Choose to find a way to put the pieces back together. Let die what doesn't serve you and focus on what works. There is so much goodness to come from the situation, even if this moment you feel trapped. The goddess Isis wants only the best for you. As your fierce ally, she will challenge you when you go off track. So pick up the pieces, tell a new story, and find home again. You will be amazed at how beautiful things come together. When you reject the trap created by the stories you tell yourself, you have the key. Use it. Love the energy. Fits well in with the energy with the oracles, and also the energy that's within me and around me right now. My way of thinking, let me say it hasn't changed, it's enhanced. It's like I was listening to another tarot reader, and she was talking about, are you a light worker or are you a dark worker? Now automatically you would think it was a low vibrational reading. In kind of a way, it was explaining how much you give to yourself and how much you give to others. As a dark worker, it's more so a kind of a selfish kind of a nature where you have to cut cords from people, places and things and kind of go within that hermit energy and use your healing to heal yourself, because you need to fill your cup before you can fill anybody else's. So as she was explaining, it made sense to me, because instantly when she asked the question, thousands of people are in light worker, light worker, light worker, myself included, light worker, light worker, light worker. And as she was continuing to explain over her life, it made full sense in what she was trying to explain. As a light worker, you're giving of yourself, you're giving. As a dark worker, you're more recluse, then you're more withholding of your energy. But there's a need to be balanced within that. is the reason why I was really tapping into the energy of divine masculine, divine feminine. And not a divine masculine or divine feminine outside of yourself, but a divine masculine and divine feminine balance within you. And I've always kind of seen the twin flame journey in that way. You have to get right within. And that's this whole consciousness and belief change, and more grounded, more humbled, more divine feminine energy is now vibrating from me. So that's the energy that I'm attracting towards me. Love it. Okay, let's see. Divine animals. That's that lioness energy that's within me. And with anybody that's resonating with the energy of this reading, has definitely got that fire lioness energy within them. Card number 22. Bottom of the deck, soul journey. So that's what this is for me, a soul journey. But I want to read this from the book, which I didn't take up. Alright, let me just keep pulling. Jackal, truth. Jaguar, release. Again, anyone that knows me knows the cat family is my favorite animal. I love the intuitive energy that a cat carries, the instincts that they have. I just love their humbleness. Bottom of the deck, honeybee. Jackal first. It says, release what you no longer need. Take action to move something from the ideas world into the physical world. Let go of the old and still, and choose renewal. Wash away the negative aspects of the past. Surrender it all, and embrace the new. So there's a story that kind of goes with it. So it's saying, the fierce Jaguar goddess of the ancient Mayan culture was the goddess of midwifery, fertility, earth, rain, sacred sweat bath. Widely honored, her cult extended at one time as far as the islands of the east coast of Peninsula. It was she who woman turned to in the time of birthing. At birthing time, the woman was oiled, and flowers put into her hair. The sweat bath, solid and wound-shaped, was prepared, and the rainwater barrels gathered ready for the purging steam. Prayers to one-time shell in her jaguar form were offered. The woman would enter the sweat bath for some days until her labor began. She heard songs of her ancestors, of the tribe of the gods, and especially of the one-time shell, as she who granted and would aid the birth stories were told to feel the spirit of the woman's baby and make it strong and healthy. She would begin her labor and sweat for the release. She would then leave the sweat bath and give birth outside, offering were made to the jaguar goddess to celebrate the birth. Then the mother would re-enter the steam bath to purge herself of the afterbirth and any toxins in her body. She would leave the sweat bath a mother, no longer a maiden, one day to become a grandmother. If there is one word you can use to describe the particular member of this panther, I believe it was, is it's powerful. Jaguars are built powerfully, emphasizing their strength right down to their bones. They are stocky and low-slung, with robust legs that can leap and crush the prey. They adapt at swimming and can crawl silently through the thick jungle. Their jaws are particularly well developed, and a comparative bite force study shows that possesses the greatest force above clouded leopards, tigers and lions. This enables them to literally pulverize the biggest bones of their prey. Jaguars are typically spotted, but come in a menelistic variation of black panthers. These particular panthers are only found in South America, whereas the pattern-coated jaguars are found right across Central North America, Mexico and South America, including the Amazon. African and Asian panthers are leopards. The jaguar is the apex predator in most of its habitat, yet is threatened by habitat loss and killing by humans. Call upon the releasing powers of the jaguar woman, one-time shell, when you are ready to let go of something, whether it is excess of something, a bad habit, a disease, or old patterns. This jaguar is a powerful discharging force for those who are getting ready for birth. She is a wise guide and will assist you to having an easier birth. Okay, so just reading through that, it makes full sense to me as I'm reading it, because recently I've just become a grandmother, so that makes sense. The day when I had my oldest child, my firstborn, changed my life in ways that I can't even explain in just this one recording. My consciousness, it grew. The way I live my life had no choice but to change, because I had another responsibility outside of myself. I learned unconditional love through my firstborn. I took that job there, that responsibility, seriously, even through the chaos. I took my responsibility seriously. Like I tap into my lioness energy when I need to. It's within me. Alright, card number 44. Jackal. Truth. Authenticity is important. Live your truth fiercely. Someone around you is not telling you the truth. Do not fear what you cannot control. We will all leave a legacy, so you should consider what this might be for you. Death is a part of life. The majestic jackal-headed god stands next to the enabler. He guides the enablers, hands, so they perform the correct actions and listen in satisfaction as the proper indications are made. Infinitely gentle, this God takes great care of the tender new souls who have passed on to the next world, the afterlife. He travels with them, reassuring them, making them comfortable upon the surprising journey and taking them to the goddess Maya. She is Lord. She who is Lord. It is she who will weigh their souls against the lightness of the feather, and it is she who will determine whether these souls will live forever. This God will record this in the great book of the dead. To our eyes, this God looks fearsome, but this is not the truth. Jackals did move among the graveyards and clear the dead, but this jackal hopes that the person who lives the truthful and good life so they can get experience an afterlife. The alternative is that they get eaten by Amut, the devourer of souls. When the cult of the god Osiris grew stronger in the later Middle Kingdom, Osiris took over many of this god's jobs as caretaker and protector of the dead. Thereafter, this god's myths became more focused on specific embalming methods, and mummification processes. The care and effectiveness in which the mummification process was incarnated is still marveled today. The priests of the funerary rites would place a sacred mask over a mask of this god upon their faces when conducting the mummification, and thus the dead person became the god himself. There are three species of jackal, all of which are members of the canine family: the golden jackal, the side-striped jackal, and the black-backed jackal. They are omnivorous, I don't know what that's saying, that are opportunistic both in hunting and scavenging, which is where their reputation for being around graveyards or sites or war comes from, as jackals will come from the dead and consume them. Jackals have large territories and are endurance animals, quite able to travel over long distances in hot temperatures without breaks. They do not form large packs and are not often solitary, although hunting pairs are common. Mortality for jackal pups is high, and to protect her babies, a jackal mother will often move her pups to a new den every few weeks. Sometimes we need a big dose of truth in our lives, which is where jackal energy is positive force. Even when finding out the truth of a situation means pain, it is better to know the truth, and jackal energy can be a comfort. Also, call upon this energy when you or others are affected by death. Allow yourself to know that the person who has died has a soul that is being carefully protected and watched over. Jackal-headed man, fell, pointed ears. All jackals are listed as of least concern. So this feels like an energy that's coming towards you. And not only does it feel like an energy coming towards you, it also spoke of a jackal mother. So this could be somebody. I feel, see, I'm kind of tapping as if I'm reading for the collective, forgetting that I'm reading for myself. So this could be somebody who I've connected with and had children with, is what it's saying to me, because it's saying a jackal mother will take up her pups and remove them from time to time in order to protect the pups. So if this resonates, it will make sense to you. We do what we have to do as mothers, as parents, in order to protect our children from whosoever it is that's needing protecting from, regardless of the label. I've got a song and it says, nobody said this road will be easy, but we're gonna grow in harmony. And I said, take me hand, let me show you about the frenemy. Yeah, take me hand, let me show you about the whirlwind. You understand? Because listen, it's easy to be manipulated out here when you've got a very naive mind. And I wouldn't like one of my children to be either one of those or be manipulated by one of those. So the best I can do is grow them as balanced as possible with the cards I've been dealt in life and the wisdom that I've experienced over time. By teaching them age appropriately of what's needed to be aware of out here. I teach them with my last mistake, and I love that phrase, and I first heard that phrase in 2017, but it's a way of how I've been living since I've known myself, especially as I've known myself as a parent. I teach my children age accordingly, because that's how fast this world is moving right now. The consciousness of humanity is changing so dramatically right now. It's a whole new way of living. From since 2 years ago to now, it's a whole new earth. Whole new earth. Something big is coming, and this next generation needs to be prepared for it. Fully prepared for whatever it is that's coming. And there's been so much distractions and illusions over the years. And us as parents has been guilty of being part of that illusion, not only for ourselves, but for those around us. A change needs to come. Some way, shape or form, a change needs to come. Alright, so what's needing to be surrendered in this situation? What is it that I'm needing to surrender to in regards to this adjustment of required energy, for this rebirth in energy? What is it that I and anybody else that's resonating with the energy of this reading is needing to surrender to? So I see surrender to your full power. Your life is calling for you to step into your full power rather than playing it small. Let go of fear. Surrender to fear. Or surrender fear, I should say. Let go of fearful stories you are telling yourself. Stay in the moment. Focus on the solutions and celebrate every baby step forward. And believe me, I do. But maybe I have to show myself some more appreciation for the things that I can achieve in life and that I have achieved, especially over the last few weeks. And I give thanks to this Leo energy in my life. Father figure. Surrender resentment, and I do. It says holding on to resentment only poisons you. Try to forgive others for their shortcomings and keep moving forward towards positive situations in your life. And these are the adjustments, because this is a current energy or a process energy. This is the adjustments are required energy. Because when I look upon my life currently from where it was a year ago, 3 years ago, 10, 12 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago, listen, it's a different body. That's all I can explain. When I mean a different body, a different projection, let's say. I'm learning about this full power I have within myself. I've always known I possess a lioness energy, a bold energy within me. But I was like in the reading that I did a couple of days ago with the lion in the reflection and the kitten looking down into the lion, because I know my gift and I always have, but I was a little bit modest then, let's say, to accept whatever the calling was, to accept my calling, let me say. Like maybe people would look upon me as if I was giving advice when I needed to take advice. But what they didn't realize is the advice I was giving all those years, I was actually taking my own advice, because most of it was downloads. Most of it was advice coming to me, through me. I never understood it at the time as messages or downloads. I just kind of said to myself, that was some good advice. And I took my advice. till it's got me to this point here, right now, where I stand. I feel like I need to get one more card. 2 more, 3 more wants to come out. Surrender to sleep. Surrender to prayer. Surrender defensiveness. And it's funny because it fell all over in this release energy, this Jaguar energy. There's no need for me to have to be in that protective energy no more. There's no need for me to have to be in this fear energy no more, because first of all, there's nothing to fear but fear itself, and I understand that now, wholeheartedly. I understand exactly who I am and the energy I possess. I understand my I am. I am anything I tell myself I am. My mind is the most powerful part of my body. My mind is what's going to manifest the things into my reality. That when I wake up in my mornings and I look outside and I breathe in the fresh air and I absorb the sun, listen, it's a different energy. Different energy. I'm not going to put another one of this, but let's see what's the healing that's still needing to be looked into then in regards to this energy of the surrendering. What's the message? What's needed to be looked into in order to surrender to this journey? Bottom of the deck, hole in the soul. Beauty and family tribe. You are beautiful, special, unique and attractive. When was the last time you looked in the mirror and felt good about what you see? Did you know that your features can literally change based on how you feel about yourself and your life? Your internal experiences are etched on your face and your body. People can feel your energy when you enter a room. When a person who is not thought of is being physically good looking connects to their own inner light, wisdom and warmth, the glow that emanates from within makes them extremely appealing and attracts people and opportunities towards them. Focus on what you love about yourself and allow yourself to shine. If you are challenged by how you see yourself, this could be a perfect time for an internal and external makeover. And it's funny that that card came out, because right now, like I've been saying in my last few readings, I'm in my masculine energy right now. And the reason why I'm in this energy of this beauty energy of what I've just read is because I've literally been doing tiling, hanging, all kinds of masculine work. So it's like, what's the point of me doing my nails when I'm only going to be using an angle grinder or a jigsaw? Like, it's just like, it's pointless. So right now I haven't been putting my all into myself. You know, it's just being that energy. But this is the kind of energy that I need. This is the adjustments also that I feel like the cards are talking about. Because in order for me to get to this next level, I'm having to do that work. And it's rewarding, don't get it twisted, it's a rewarding job. Because when I look at what I've achieved, listen, shoulders back, chest forward, head up. You understand? I feel proud of myself. And that might sound egotistical or arrogant to somebody else, but it's me accepting my worth and understanding my capabilities and what it is I can bring to my table. You understand? For when this family tribe comes together as a cluster. Card number 20. Become aware of how the beliefs of your family and tribe are influencing you. What did you learn about relationships, money, and opportunities when you were younger? Ask yourself, am I still carrying some of those outdated beliefs? Am I trying to seek love, approval from my family by doing what they want me to do? An important question to ask yourself is whether you are living your life in order to make someone else or yourself happy. This card asks you to examine your loyalties, family beliefs, superstitions, and rituals that have power over you. Let go of anything that is serving you. You are also being asked to face your fears of being different and embrace your uniqueness, even if others don't understand or approve of your actions. Often working with your energy centers, in particular the root chakra, can help you release past limitations and hurt, increase your confidence, and help you manifest your desires into the physical reality. So said, so done. And it's taken me a long time to even get to this point of not wanting to people please. so this is an energy that I found myself having to do. It's that kind of learning to be myself confidently and not wanting to people please, not wanting to do things in order to please others and keep them comfortable. You know, don't get me wrong, I would make myself comfortable, but I would always bear others in mind first. I guess as a mother, that's what we do. But that should only extend to your children, you know. But again, it's that energy of following your own dreams and not the dreams of anybody else other than yourself. Understanding that this is your path and your choices, your decision. Because at the end of the day, in any direction it goes in, the consequences is going to fall on you. Nobody else is going to pick up the slack for you. And the sooner you realize that and you follow your dream and you step into your full power and you put full belief and faith into your most high and into your capabilities of what it is that you can achieve, and let go of this energy of resentment. Now I'm talking to as if I'm talking to a collective now, because I feel like this is energy, or at least this is energy in process. This is just confirmation to the way I've been living. So I feel like this is a message that somebody's needing to hear, as well as maybe a nudge for me to keep on moving. I'm in the right direction is what this message is showing me. I'm heading in the right direction. So for anybody else who's resonating and is on this part, you're in the right direction. For wherever it is that you're dreaming. I have to get this book here. So let's see. Imperfect starseeds are here to shift the world through their physical presence alone. They don't need to do anything beyond being here. Thanks to the energetic change their physical presence causes, due to their highly sensitive nature, empathic starseeds can struggle with being on Earth and in a physical body. Many are prone to addiction and depression, or tend to mistake other people's feelings and moods for their own. Natural introverts, they tend to prefer spending time alone or in small groups. Crowds can be overwhelming for them. If this card appears, consider lightening the load energetically. Don't put yourself under such pressure to go out into the world. Be gentle with yourself. Allow extra time and care to recover energetically. If you're feeling pressured to keep up certain pace, instead, put on the brakes and treat yourself like a precious baby. Do whatever you can do. Do whatever you can to take the pressures of the world off your plate. Switch off to switch back on. In today's world, it's normal to feel that we should be doing more, but perhaps being present in our life is enough. This could be a phase you're going through, or simply how you're being called to live your life. If your work involves giving to others, right now, you're being called to keep something for yourself. That goes back to the energy I was tapping into earlier, that light energy, light worker or dark worker. Again, dark worker being that you do what you do as a healer, but you hold back for yourself. You understand? You take care of mind, body and soul first before you give. And not even in a bad way, but as a light worker, you give. You forget about your mind, body and soul, and you just keep giving whilst growing. But when you find a balance between your dark light worker and your light working side, you've got a balance in giving yourself enough and giving enough to others. Giving yourself enough and giving enough to others. You know, that kind of way, that balance, rather than too much giving. You don't need to transmute it all. It's okay to look after your own growth and healing before feeling you should offer it to the world. Indeed, it's necessary if you want to continue to do so sustainably. How can you take better care of yourself energetically? Second card out. it says, flowers don't open and close accordingly to who walks by. They embrace all of what they are and show it to the world around them. This doesn't try to compete with the cherry blossom, and the cherry blossom doesn't try to compete with the tulip. They own what they are and trust the timing of their true nature. You're being called to do the same. It's time to open yourself up to being seen. Time to share your incredible, multi-fascinated true nature with the world around you, to uncover and reveal your soul's greatest gifts without wavering, to own your uniqueness without apology. There's a flower on this plant that holds the same qualities that your soul is ready in itself to express. Let it inform you. You may have been taught that it is safer to keep your light hidden and your voice small, to hide behind the bushes instead of growing tall. The courageous in you is here to remind you that it is safe to embody all of who you truly are. It's safe to share your voice and let yourself be seen. At first, it may feel uncomfortable and you may be afraid of what others think, but with each passing day, it does become easier. Little by little, you realize that it draws in those who are meant for you, and experiences you've been longing for arrive at your feet. How are you being called to allow yourself to be more visible and seen in the world? So this is just straightforward. What it's saying is that YouTube wants to see my face rather than see the cards, but for me, I prefer to show the cards because it confirms what I'm saying. Because otherwise, I could just be up here gassing everybody and just saying, wait, I mean, that's what it is. This is only confirming what I'm feeling, but to confirm and bring confirmation and clarification for those that's in the energy of doubt right now, or self-doubt, or disbelief of this unknown. This is confirmation. I know it was confirmation for me when I was going through my ascension process. Seeing for me was believing. It just made what I was feeling 10 times more realistic, rather than you just seeing my face and I'm just talking and just showing you a card. You understand? Like, I believed in myself when I kind of witnessed it, how can I say, from another side. When I saw, say like 2 years ago, readers pulling cards and I was in that exact energy, it was just like, wow, so that means what I'm experiencing is real. So when I pull a card for myself and I feel like, wow, that means I'm able to help other people in the same energy. Seeing is believing. Seeing is believing. So this is the reason why I prefer to do my readings in this way. You understand? I mean, my face is not hidden. I'm on Facebook, I'm on YouTube even. But I've got no point to prove. That's just my nature. I'm humble like that. If for one day I feel led to, then I would do so. But in the meantime, between time, I'm loving it this way. I'm just loving the comfortability. Like I said, I've broken down barriers to even get to this point. I'm in no competition with nobody but myself. Like, I'm proud of myself that I've even come this far onto the YouTube, speaking out, speaking my truth. Like my song says, one mission, one claim. One mission, one aim. I'm on one mission and one aim, and that's my soul's journey. That wasn't even the song I was trying to remember. It was another one, but let me just read this one. Divine Animals. It says, spend time with your pet or in the company of any animal to realize the same light that flows through your flows, through all living creatures. Like I said earlier on today, in the karmic reading also, and in the other readings prior to that, I'm a part of everything, and everything is a part of me. And for you also, you're a part of everything, and everything is a part of you. What our energies are connected is the reason why, if you're resonating with this energy, is why you would resonate with my energy. Why? Because we're from the same soul tribe, we're from the same cluster, just separated, but we're going through a very similar energetic field. Why? Because I don't know, I'm still learning, I guess. So it says we all create different containers for our soul experiences, depending on our individual desires and dreams. Human experience greater contrast than animals. That is why our influence and creations are wider reaching. However, this also makes it easier for us to split the stray from our heart. Animals reflect the divine love that we are. When we are around animals, it is easier to move into alignment, where we can be inspired to grander creations. People often believe they receive unconditional love from an animal, as an animal is more likely to be aligned with its soul instinct and doesn't need you to be different to who you are for it to feel love. You will feel free to be who you are. When you emulate this behavior for yourself, life becomes more relaxed, loving, and your relationships will catapult to a whole new love of joy. So it says meditation. Shape-shifting is an insightful practice that lifts and expands your light awareness beyond physical reality into sensing reality. You are essentially energy, not an intellectual concept. Every sentence being included mountains and humans have an essence. When you align with your soul energy, you have access to your soul energy everywhere. From this place, you can become one with anything you focus upon. Place a hand on the card, close your eyes and breathe deeply to relax and calm your whole being. Imagine an animal, bird or a fish in front of you. Feel their heart beating in unison with your heart. After a little while, there will be no difference in the heartbeat. They will become one. You are the animal and the animal is you. You are not in the animal. You are not in the animal. You are the animal, experiencing life as it does. Stay here for 2 minutes, immersed in the wisdom of this animal. When you feel ready, imagine the heartbeat becoming 2 heartbeats and see the animal in front of you. Once again, breathe into your body and open your eyes. And as I was reading that, I go back to a picture that I have on my Facebook. Years ago I took it, probably about 7-8 years ago, maybe now. And within that picture, I literally had to take like snapshots, because in one of the pictures, literally I can see that my eyes, I had cat eyes, and I've never wore contacts a day in my life, scared to wear them, because I've got a lazy eye, so I'm just scared to wear them. But on this day, I thought maybe is it the light from the sun, is it this, is it that? But I love that picture. I kept that picture, it's still on my Facebook. But about 2-3 years ago, I was talking to a friend on the phone, and we was talking about the same energy of shape-shifting. And plain as day, I heard in my head, look at the picture, and I knew exactly what picture my guys were referring me to. And as I looked back at the picture, I remembered and I saw, and it just proved to me that I've got this lion energy, this lioness energy within me. Psychic touch. Psychic touch, energy. Energy is everywhere. You radiate energy, leaving traces of your presence everywhere. Psychichrometry, I think that says, is the practice of using items infused with someone's energy, enabling you to gain past and present information about that individual. Items like jewelry, clothing, or even a chair can have a strong presence of someone's energy, a bit like psychic imprints. This is a wonderful and easy technique to practice when you're developing your psychic and mediumship skills. To start, sit with someone and ask to hold an item of importance that belongs to the person's loved one in spirit. Open your awareness and allow your consciousness to connect with the item, and then feel the spirit loved one who owned the item will make their presence known. When working with spirit, it's important to bring in evidence that can be validated to confirm the message you give, and that's why I love my cards. As you hold the item, see if you can sense the relationship of the spirit to the sitter. Perhaps but it's the energy that I feel enhancing within me. A million %. I'm telling you, over this last year, it's surreal. It still amazes me to how I connect with my guides, my ancestors, my Most High, my higher self, and how I can connect with others outside of me and help them through X, Y, and Z. Through my own earthly wisdom of going through X, Y, and Z. Because I'm only going to attract those that go through what I go through, if that makes sense, in order for me to give them the best advice, guidance, motivation I can through how I come through a situation, if that makes sense. But it's all encouraging. It's all encouraging, because even if I come across an energy that I've only shimmered through in my earthly experience, it still brings some, I can't explain it. It brings some kind of fulfillment within me. I just know I'm on the right track. What's the message here from the ancestors? Let's see. What's the message from the ancestors in regards to this card, this elder? Air guardian. Shift your perception. Grandfather energy. Magic guardian. Unlock the magic within. That's stepping into your full power and trusting your instincts. Animal guardian. There's a lot of energy around animal guardian. Animal totem, animal instincts. Maybe someone's needing to buy an animal, have it as a pet, or go to a zoo or park, obviously after lockdown's over, or just go to the park and just look at how the birds, the squirrels, the insects, and I love it. I love sitting in my garden and just watching all of it just move, and how it just moves in sync with each other. The most fascinating one for me is the hedgehog. I didn't realize the hedgehog stays on its path. It doesn't come off of its path. It travels and keeps on moving. I love the concept of it. Bottom of the deck, wise one. Grow within your current situation. Don't go through it. You grow through it, I say. Trying to find my native book. I've got so many of these books here. Highest energy within right now? What's the highest energy within in regards to this full moon eclipse energy that's coming towards me? Show me the messages that I need to see highest energy that's within at this time in regards to this energy. Part of fortune, increasing higher consciousness, self-awareness. At the bottom, Libra, I balance my masculine and my feminine energy. Card number 2. All things must come to the soul from its roots, from where it is planted. What does your gut say? The moon asks. This card is all about mystery, feeling the hidden messages. The moon is receptive. It governs intuition and self-protection. Its placement by sign and house indicate those areas to which we are most emotional or sensitive. The moon represents what is felt instinctively and what is at the core of our emotions. In the astrological chart, the moon is our soul. It shows the intimate side of who we are. The moon represents security, the home we grew up in, and the need to hide away and recoup our energies. It is the female principle that is darkly moist and yielding, so the moon can signify our relationship with our mothers, as well as pregnancy. It also signifies our grandmothers and even old age, so my phone's ringing. Issues can arise when this card turns up. Crowds belong to the moon, but also shyness, retirement, and things that occur in darkness. Crowds belong to the moon, but also shyness, and things that occur in darkness. The moon shows how we respond emotionally and what we feel most deeply. Some believe the moon represents who we are in secret and also memories from who and where in past lives, who we were in past lives. The moon is our most innermost selves. About this matter, do not be shy, allow yourself to shine. This card indicates fluctuations in your life. The moon changes signs every 2.5 days to 12 different moon combinations. Mean great variation, but the moon is the side we keep concealed in a horoscope chart. When the moon has many aspects of the most elevated planet in the chart, it is considered to have strong influence. The lunar influence can be indicative of future fame, governing the masses, what is likely to be popular. At this time, you may have trouble controlling your emotions, and you may want to do things that are safe. You are very sensitive, and you must gauge any feelings before entering a room or being with people you don't know. You like working alone, but you are also dependent on how others are responding to you now. The arts and the helping professions suit you. You would do well working with persons with mental and emotional problems, or anyone who needs counseling. It is also a good time to rely upon your imagination and to pay attention to your dreams. When this card turns up in a reading, all is not as it seems, because something is being obscured. You may feel you have lost your direction, or that you don't have all the information to go forward. There is much you are sensing, but you may be hesitant to act. It may look as if it is difficult to cut through the fog to get to the real truth of any situation. Substance abuse issues may touch your life. Not you necessarily, but certain energies or persons surrounding you. After growing close to someone, the energy may feel smothering and restrictive. Insecurities may arise, and there may be feelings of paranoia. We love our moon though. She makes us feel safe. So someone's emotional clinginess may be an issue. After all, the moon tells us to hang on. Oftentimes, after we should have released from things, our lives, or just given up. But no, the moon chimes in. Hang in there. You'll win sooner or later. It's important now to accept any false pictures or misapprehended the truth. Like with the Neptune card, with the moon card, deception is possible. Things are cloudy right now. It is good time to open your mind to visions, as well as to appreciating women's wisdom and intuition, finding your feminine side and bringing out your vision and talents in a more public way. As shy and tentative as the moon is, she represents fame and crowds. When you think of the moon card, think mystery, birth, tribes, unanswered questions, and sometimes sudden fame. Someone from your past is about to re-enter your life. Any romance that starts now may be strange, yet compelling and even familiar. An important meeting for you may occur in the evening hours. Pay close attention to the energies that swirl around. It's a good time to rely upon your gut. High Priestess is what this card would represent. Card 45. I'm only going to read the bullet points of this one. My hand was right on the page. So it says, part of the fortune card in brief. Inherit talents, the gifts one is born with. What comes easily, what is natural, instincts, perception, desires, success, gains. Where one has good fortune, happiness, wealth, creativity, what flows in easily. Having your needs provided for, encountering success, increased generosity, openness, public recognition. Good health, being victorious. Habits, patterns, sensitive. A sense of belonging, the gifts of childhood. Family issues, cycles. Finding balance, anxiety, fear or failure. Taking on more than you can handle. Repairing what needs to be fixed. Working off the grid. Being responsible solely for your own victory. This is the energy of the Ten of Pentacles in the Tarot. So the High Priestess. it's right, I'm just getting a vision of the High Priestess. I'm High Priestess energy. If you resonate with the energy of this reading, you are High Priestess energy. And it's almost like you know there's an energy of abundance coming in towards you. You feel it. It's almost a gift from your elders, from the ancestors. I so want to read this card. About this soul journey energy. Tell me more about this energy. Passion and pleasure, savor your life. Let's get one more. Surrender to the journey, release control. Gates of triumph, success that stands in your life. I love it. Let me try and find the book to this. There, when you're looking for something and it's right in front of you. Elder, let's see. Card meaning, confidence, entering your power, standing strong. You are a leader. Stepping into the light, let your truth be heard and felt by others. Make a stand in life. You carry deep inner wisdom. You are a teacher and a leader in your deepest sense of the word. You are a beacon for others. Your native spirit wants you to know. In native cultures, the elders, tribal chiefs, and clan leaders are looked to for advice and leadership. When this card chooses you, it's time to step into your leadership role. An elder walks the path, stomps the grass down, and throws the boulders out of your way, so the path is easier for others. Sometimes you might find yourself alone or tired, but know that what you're doing is making a difference in the lives of many. The greatest leaders are those who know how to serve, supporting others to reach their dreams, even if you're being in the background in the past. Right now is your turn to step forward and become the light for others. The journey. Being an elder and a tribal leader means speaking your truth, even if it's hard or even if you're afraid. If there's anyone you need to stand up to, This is the time. Being a leader means supporting others. So if there's anyone you need to support or make amends with, this is the time. Of course, because I haven't got no resentment in my heart. You understand? Life is, and this journey, my journey is not about that. My journey is about this forward movement, surrendering to my journey and to my success, and watch my life expand. Divine destiny. The divine warrior is within you, helping you to continue with a worthy path, even during times of difficulty. When faced with a challenge, a true warrior will summon more of him or herself to cause. It might be by bringing more wisdom, focus, or intelligence, or surrounding into the divine. The warrior within has great inner resourcefulness and determination that I have. Pillar of light, burning bright, earth star below, soul star above. Burn away all that is not light, transform all into unconditional love. Star of Isis, descend, your blessings and peace without end. Grace me now with peace and protection, completely embraced by divine perfection. I love this energy. I'm going to get one more of these cards, and then I might pull tarot. I've got something to sort out, so I'm just going to literally, this is just the oracle reading. I do want to pull tarot. Spirit of Isis, beloved innate, there are times to surrender and let go, but there are never times to give up. Never give up. Persist with your bold faith and inspired action until the impossible happens. Isis has the spirit of triumph and will never fail in her quest, no matter how bold or impossible it seems. Let her inspire you, believe, and this is the energy of triumph here. This is the success, this is the justice coming in towards you for doing the work that's needed to be done in order to bring you in alignment of your soul journey. Truths unveiled. There are times when appearances of people, places and things are deceptive. You will sense this when something feels uncomfortable within you. When you notice feelings of anxiety or doubt within you, you may think there is something wrong with you, but actually you are intuitively sensing that all is not as it appears to be. Trust what you feel, not what appears to be, and understand that, and that's why I mentioned about me unscribing to certain members of this YouTube community. No, we're going to elaborate anymore, because I see through the veil, and anybody who's resonating with the energy of this reading can also see through the veil. So there's a need to step into your true power, into your full power. It's time to expose these people for who they are, for their deceptions, their trickery, their manipulation. Their deceit. Goddess of 10,000 names. If you have felt constrained by a role, name or identity and are wishing for assistance in growing beyond it, or if you have sensed the new role or identity calling you into greater expression and would love some divine help in that, this oracle indicates the help you need is already with you, urging your growth from within. That's at the bottom of the deck. Let's see. Divine protection. Graphic smoky quartz. Card number 49. Polychrome jasper. card number 49. Graphic smoky quartz supports all the structures in the body, removing toxic debris and traumatic memories. It keeps you grounded and balanced in physical incarnation while exploring other dimensions. Self-understanding. Lack of trust in yourself and other people creates psychological barriers that lie at the heart of your disease. Your self-esteem is low, creating a deficiency immune system. Memories of old traumas have subtly amended your ancestral DNA. At a deep level, you have been compressed and limited. Allow yourself to expand again. Divination. Undertake a shamanic journey into the unseen worlds in search of healing. There you will find the underlying causes of diseases and outdated soul imperatives that are affecting your well-being. Offer yourself the gift of transformation, healing inside. Healing is found in the darkest depths of your soul, not in the external forces. It's not going to be found outside of you. Anything that you're needing to heal and move forward in your soul's journey is within you. What's this? Card number 31. Polychrome jasper, belonging, is a shaman stone that assists with traveling between worlds. And this is another card, so they're both aligning with each other. Offering protection while you travel. It helps you to remember why you are living on Earth. Self-understanding. You belong to a greater group, be it a family or a clan. If you feel isolated, reach out to others out of strength rather than neediness. The stone offers you security for companionship. Choose an animal ally. Ground your efforts in the practical everyday world. You have the gift of meditation and see all sides of an issue. Divination. Big changes that came up in another reading. Big changes are in the offering. Concentrate on practical outcomes. Be down to earth, but pay attention to the dreams. Balance your emotional energies and nature yourself to find joy. Find your power ally and stay under its protection and guidance. Give assistance to others who seek freedom. Guard against giving away your power. Disease arises out of ancestral distress carried in DNA. Healing and forgiveness sent down your family line. Replace this with being. I'm going to pause right there and I'll be back.